Indian island has got to the stage that we can just come along and throw these volunteers on there. Everything is in place, so it's nice and easy for them to wander around. We've got 10 teams out there, data collecting and rebaiting. Should only take a couple of days.
This trip on Indian, we've got 17 volunteers in 2 days. Now we've got a network on the ground, we should be able to do a full rebait and full regas. All the while we'll be collecting data from the previous 4 months from our traps, our cameras and our tracking tunnels. One of the methods of data collection we're using are these tracking tunnels. So the idea is Ratty will run along in the tunnel, eat the peanut butter in the middle, run across the link pad and run out the opposite side or either side, and they're going to have footprints either side which will tell us if we've had a strike or not. So the feedback from this is going to tell us where our hotspots are, like our high traffic numbers, and where we may need to intensify. Another source of data collection for us is our trail cameras that we've been using. We've had rebait stations down in front of them, and these will take a series of photos and videos day and night and let us know what's going on. Probably the most important data for us is the rats themselves, what they're doing, where they're going, when they're doing it, bits and pieces like that.
Having the cameras out there is pretty important for us. We get to see behaviour of the rats or rodents around the tracking tunnel itself, and also get an idea of how many are in the area. So up until we had cameras out there, we're relying on tracking tunnels. You can actually hear the birds in the background during day and night, and also see different bird life and insects coming through. So you actually get a good grasp of what you have in your environment versus guesswork, I suppose. So technology is good.
And the other method of collecting data across the island is Chirp, a new product from Good Nature. It sits on the trap and records when the trap goes off, and when your phone comes into range it'll transfer that data to your phone and you get time-stamped, location-stamped kills across the island.
So we've got a tunnel card here that's been tracked. They've obviously eaten all their peanut butter, and either one animal's been across this several times or several animals been across this a couple of times. Tells us this is a bit of a hot spot around here, obviously.
We've noticed recently that we've got quite high rat numbers in this area, so we're just intensifying the network in this low area, putting in another 30 traps today, every 50 metres. Yeah, hopefully that'll do the trick.
I think once you've been to Dusky, it just grabs you and you just want to look after it. It's just something about it. You leave here different. Normally either before or after I've been on board, I go and log on to the Pure Salt website, just buy a trap, and you know, you come out on a day like this and you can actually put out your own trap and know where it is and all the good it's doing. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Hey, for the amount of work we've pumped out in a short space of time, this has just been awesome. 200 plus traps rebaited, whole heap more put in, tracks getting cut over the other side. The manpower has been awesome, just heaps of groups of good people.
Now is really when our learning starts. Nothing is perfect, so the network is in place, and now we get to see what impact does the network have, and then go and decide on whether we intensify or whether the numbers drop low enough for us to start reintroducing species. So that's really what it's about, is getting the ecosystem back up to what it's supposed to be. If people really want to get involved and do something meaningful, there is a multitude of ways to do that. It's just working with us to see how that can best happen.